Am I going to hear the music this time?
No.
Aw.
We're recording already. We're already recording.
I missed the music, man.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Sorry about that. Okay. Go.
Yay!
Go.
Yay!
Oh, hi.
All right. Well, we're off to a fine start today.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good to see you again, man.
Absolutely, virtually. Whoop. And my phone fell. Okay, that's this is
a great shot of your ceiling I got there.
Yeah,
that's
well,
great.
yeah. You see the leak? You see the leak we had? Yeah, great. Good times. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on over there? I see you're still lurching around in your attic.
Yeah. I'm not banging my head this time. This is right here, by the way, right there. It's right next to my head.
About an inch and a half of headspace. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't hit it yet, but at some point I probably will.
All right. So what's new with you this week?
I got to tell you, man. Usually we wait till the end of the show to do some sort of suggestion, some recommendation.
Okay.
We might have for people.
Do you want to start it with the recommendation?
You're going to laugh at my recommendation.
Okay, go.
And by the way, looking at you on the video call here, because the microphone is right in front of your face, you look like you're flying a MiG. I don't know what it is. It's like when you're right there, you're like, face is completely covered.
Lucky I didn't use the big pop screen, right?
Might be better. I don't know.
Oh,
so,
all right, well.
my new addiction, sadly, is TikTok.
Oh, so you've officially become a preteen girl throughout isolation.
I have to tell you, I was suggested to do this by a friend who's our age or closer to my age.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Sure.
Who said you have to get on there and do this because there's some really funny people our age who are doing this, and I was like, you're nuts. It's a kid thing. It's a teenager thing. What's going on?
Yep.
I found a guy I know. I won't say a friend. I'll say an acquaintance I know who's my age with like 5 million followers.
Wow. It's
a big deal for different generations. And your generation, the millennial generation, is jumping all over this thing.
I know. We're killing it for the young kids in the same way that you guys killed Snapchat.
Yeah, pretty much. And and there's a lot of Gen X people. Look, I'm getting like 10,000 views on a video, and I don't know anybody on there. It's just sharing with people that are my age, and it's like 30 and older. They start plugging you all together.
Yeah.
So you find these people that are all your age.
Those are millennials. Like you are a millennial now.
I'm not a millennial.
You are a millennial now. You're looped in with the millennials.
True Gen X, and we're looked up to by the millennials. That's what it is.
I wouldn't go that far. So I've watched a few of your videos. I must say, some of them, I will admit, some of them are very entertaining.
Thank you. That's the whole point.
One or two of them, you're
here we go.
You're kind of a clown. I know you don't like to be the clown during Santa season, but you're kind of being a clown on TikTok.
I don't mind being a clown once in a while. Hey, look, that's who you are, right? If that's who you are, that's what you have to do.
Yeah. So what I think my favorite one that you did was so for those of you who don't do the TikToks, and I don't do TikTok, but I've watched a few.
Not yet, but you will. You will. I promise you will.
We'll see. Here's the problem. You can't make money on TikTok, so I'm not going to waste my time if I can't make money on it.
That's the whole point, though. They don't pay you like YouTube pays you. A lot of people take their TikTok videos and move them over to YouTube, and they're starting to make some money with their videos.
Right.
However, what they're starting to see is the influencer power in TikTok is leading to other things for a lot of people. Like, the biggest one out there is Charlie, right?
Sure.
Charlie owns 50 million followers. She owns this thing.
Yes.
And she's starting to get people. She's doing a movie now. She's got. She went to see J-Lo for the Super Bowl. Hung out with her.
Right.
She's got influence, and Dunkin' Donuts is even picking up on her. I mean,
so for every one of those, there's like 100 million who aren't going to be famous on it. So,
well, not everyone wants to be famous on it. I'm not looking to be TikTok famous, but if I can use this to help influence,
you would like to be TikTok famous. You'd love to be TikTok famous.
No, I really don't care about that.
I think you abandon everything you're doing and just do a Santa TikTok. It should be nothing but Santa Claus. We have some amazing outfits for you. You have the beard year round. I think you should just abandon everything you're doing and just go straight up Santa TikTok, because that, my friend, is something that people will latch onto. I think that's where you go.
Like I said, look, I'm not looking to be TikTok famous. I'm really not. I'm looking to have some fun, have some people get a laugh here and there, and hey, if it helps with just like same thing. The only reason I do Facebook or Instagram or any of that is all promotional. It's not. I don't like. It's not like my obsession to to be famous on any of them. It's just a matter of
you love
spreading the
attention.
word.
You love attention. You love being the center of attention. So do I. I'm not saying I love being the center of attention too, but you love being the center of attention as well. And don't say you don't. Otherwise, I will make sure that we get 20 voicemails next week telling you how wrong you are about that.
Hey, do we have any voicemails this week?
I don't know. We're on my phone here. So what I'm going to have to do is go on the computer because I am surrounded by devices and see what we have.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't like some attention. Sure. But that's not the primary reason. Because if you're going on there, that's your primary reason, you're going to fail. You're going to be disingenuous to yourself, and you're going to fail in general.
Depends how. No. Depends how hot you are.
Overwhelming majority of people fail regardless. That's what you're shooting for.
No. That also depends on how hot you are.
I'm not hot, dude. So
exactly, which is why I don't think this is going to take you anywhere.
Well, there's some fun stuff, and I'm having some fun doing it. It's cracking me up. It's a good time. I think you would actually really enjoy it. You would enjoy doing some of that.
Honestly, yeah. I think I would. I'd probably get sucked into it. But, I've seen two different types of TikTok videos, right? You have the TikTok videos that use the audio that other people have made, right? And then there's TikTok videos without that sourced audio that's just kind of cut up as original content. I would probably go on the latter side of doing it.
There's more to, like, the one that that made it famous was the dancing part, right? So you play some music and you do the TikTok dance for that song,
right?
So there's that. There's the lip syncing to someone being funny or a movie quote or whatever it is, and some people twist that into their own. And now those things are merging, So now, like the one of the hot songs that was on there, they turned it and made it about Tiger King. So now it's about Carol Baskin.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't help but sing it rocking around the house. It's hysterical. So there's that. And then there's people who just speak, just like you and I are right now, and have, a message to send, something to say within 15 seconds, which is why it takes up a lot of time. You go, oh, that's good. Let's go to the next.
Yep.
Let's go to the next. Let's go to the next. And next thing you know, you're 3 hours in going, what am I doing?
One of the main reasons why I'm kind of struggling to want to adopt TikTok in the first place, the ad campaign when it first came out was the most annoying thing ever. The most annoying. That. Literally, that you could not get away from their ads. You probably saw a million of those ads. Now they rebranded as a result of people being so upset at their ads, but the app is still the same. But yeah, it's like completely, you could not get away from them. And it was just people lip syncing to songs. And it's just like, okay, that person's, attractive. Maybe I'll go give them a follow on this platform. That's the only reason this whole thing started. It was like, oh, look at that. Attractive people singing.
And that's the joke. I recently did a TikTok about that joke. About the fact that people say that, the people are saying like, "Oh, you're not a good-looking girl, so you can't be TikTok famous." So that's the joke. But there's tons of people who have tremendous following who are not, 15-year-old girls that are shaking inappropriately. I've found some people that are my age in West Virginia
shaking it inappropriately.
No, they're fun people. They don't, and they have like live at night. They'll go to a live and they'll play a game on their phone, and it's like a little community catching up. And they've got a podcast, and they've asked me to be on their podcast this week, so that'll be fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they've offered to come on ours if we'd like. If we'd like to have them on our podcast.
Absolutely, bring them on. I'm more than happy to have as many guests as we can. Use this TikTok thing to blow it up. Let's go.
Well, he's a huge sports fan. She's a personal trainer, and they both do a lot of TikTok.
And they're from where?
West Virginia. We'll see how they're not from there. They just live there now. So
okay, good. So they're not from West Virginia. They're
from Kentucky.
They're Kentucky. A lot of lovely people from Kentucky. I actually have a lot of friends in Kentucky. So okay, that's good. I don't have any friends in West Virginia. And we're going to leave it at that. So, I need to talk to you about something. So you're a man of the law, right? I mean,
I'm a law writer.
Why
not breaking the law.
Why is it that all of a sudden, just because everyone's like in isolation and businesses are closed and stuff like that, why is it okay for people to drive on the wrong side of the road and just run red lights and just drinking alcohol in public? Like I literally saw someone sitting on Bank Street right outside my studio here with an open 12-pack, just chugging away, sitting on the sidewalk, not even trying to hide it. It's like the laws are starting to go. This isn't the purge. This is a temporary isolation. It seems like people are just not obeying the law. Like they know that they shouldn't be driving on the left side of the road, but they're gonna do it for maybe 200 feet just because they think they can.
I've never seen that. I have not seen that, so I don't know how to respond to that.
I don't know. You've missed out. Apparently, it's happening in downtown
I should do it.
New Milford all the time. I'm seeing it all the time. At the end of Railroad Street, that no right on red, it's a right on red every single time.
Huh.
I'm seeing people do it's crazy. The guys, there were two old guys, like 75, maybe 80. They were old guys.
Were they from the balcony of the Muppet Show?
No.
I love those guys.
They were sitting on the sidewalk outside of a bar here in town, which is obviously closed, just drinking 40s.
Okay.
Just putting them down. No bag. Broad daylight. Drinking 40s. You would never see that. You would never see that. Now, I did take a picture. No. I may or may not put it on social media because, privacy. But they're
in public. You can take that photo.
Yeah, but I don't want. I'm not in the mood to shame anyone. Present company excluded, of course. On this show.
You.
Yeah, I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you. But it just seems crazy. Like people think that, it's quarantine. It's like there are people out there who are just like, well, I'm not leaving the house, so I guess I'll shower next month.
Yeah, that gets gross.
Yeah,
By the way, you look like you need a haircut pretty bad.
Nah, I'm all right.
You do. You get that trying to get some kind of Clark Kent curl going out front.
No, the problem is I took my monthly shower today and I didn't put I didn't put any product in my hair, so it's just kind of like matted down.
You don't need product for your hair. Just saying.
No, I mean a little gel or pomade with this hairstyle would go a long way.
Good Lord.
Okay, coming from someone who doesn't have hair or is growing, that's a peach fuzz. That's not hair. What you have is not hair.
I'm gonna show you right now, and if we use any of this video, it's great. But I'm going to show you that in solidarity, for those who can't get to the hair salon or the barber, I'm growing my hair in for the first time in I don't know how many years. It's been a long time.
Shouldn't you be growing it out? Because otherwise you're going to have a lot of zits if you're growing it in.
That's funny. That's funny.
You see that? Yeah.
Ready?
Here we go. Drum roll, please. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Don't give me... I'm going to get closer.
My God. Oh, hold on. Turn around. Wow. Okay.
What do you think? What do you think of that?
I think it kind of looks like a topographical map of the bayou. Because it's like there's a lot of water, but there's a couple of little islands.
Little islands, yeah.
Throughout.
It doesn't grow on top, but the back is grown in thick.
That's the Gulf. So that's the Gulf of Mexico. The back of it is Louisiana, and then you have the bayou. And I think I saw something that somewhat resembles a gator. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, it's just because of lack of a shower.
It was green. It was green and had teeth. Yeah.
I got to tell you, man, it's kind of weird to have hair and to use some shampoo. It's kind of odd to do.
So here's the question: are you gonna continue to grow it like throughout this entire thing?
I said during this crisis I will. I'll grow it out, and then I'll make a decision at the end of it. So if it looks this bad, and I performed a wedding for someone yesterday, and I felt awful that I had to take my hat off because I was like, I'm so self-conscious. They're like, no, it doesn't look bad at all.
I have an idea for you, sir.
Oh, no.
Why don't you just wear a yarmulke?
It'll cover all the spots, all the bald spots.
It'll cover the on the head.
I would do that for you.
That was
for the right time of year.
Not for me. Not for the right time of year. I think you should just wear it. I think it would. That is a.
I can't just wear it.
Why not?
Because I'm not Jewish.
So?
Like if I was going to your house for Passover and you asked me to wear a yarmulke, Yes, I would wear a yarmulke at your house for Passover.
Uh-huh.
I would do that because that's respectful. If I just start wearing a yarmulke and I'm not Jewish, I think that's disrespectful to the faith.
Fashion statement.
Do you think they're a fashion statement?
Fine. All right. How's this? You start wearing a yarmulke. I'll start putting nails through my hand, and we'll call it even.
So, do we have any calls or what? What do you think?
No. I wonder if Liz is mad at us.
She's mad at you.
What's she mad at me for?
You know, she said you don't respond to any of her calls.
When
I don't know. I guess she
call me?
reaches out to you. I don't know. I guess she reaches out to you all the time.
She has never once called me on Facebook message sometimes. But
maybe Facebook, maybe a message, maybe a text. I don't know. But she said you have not responded to her, so she's upset with you.
But look, I have a lot of things going on right now between toddlers, you, which is essentially a big toddler.
No. You can't hold me in this. You barely respond to me anymore.
Exactly.
You've been in your own world for like the last month. Don't put me on that list. I've been ignored in the last month.
If I'm barely talking to you, how am I going to have time for the peasants?
I'm not defending you, then. I don't know if I call her a peasant.
I was waiting for the reaction.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying that people have asked.
Send her an invitation. Get her in the Zoom call. Why not?
I think she's working. I don't know.
Well, here's my invitation. So now I'm reaching out. Now I'm mad at her for not being there for me.
I don't even have her cell. I'd have to try to invite through. I can't invite through Facebook.
Oh.
So I can't really help. But maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. Whatever. Look, quarantine edition. Anything goes. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's really tough. I am daddy daycare right now, right? 4 days a week, and then the other essentially 2.5 days a week because Monday nights I'm back there because Lori's has class. So 2.5 days a week, I am trying to work an entire work week in 2.5 days, and then the other time I'm with my toddlers. And no offense to the rest of the world, I don't care about anything that's happening outside of my toddlers on those 4 days.
Sure. Which is a good thing, I guess.
Yes, I would think so. They need to be fed and sometimes changed. And if they don't need to be changed, sometimes they pee on the floor or poop.
And sometimes you have to be changed because you've had too much whiskey. You know, it happens.
Yeah, well, I have quite the scotch pile. Wait.
What?
The stockpile of scotch.
What?
Is what I was gonna say.
No, scotch pile.
I have a stockpile of scotch is what I meant to say, and scotch pile is what came out.
I would love a scotch pile.
I would love a pile of. I'll take a bourbon pile. I mean, I'd rather have a scotch pile than a bourbon pile,
Me too.
personally.
Yeah.
So, by the way, off topic, throwback to last week's episode, I did figure out how we can set up an Atari to Twitch stream. So
really,
we're gonna get there. Yeah,
So I'll start looking for the controllers. I'll start seeing if I can find them online.
So you start looking for the controllers. I will start getting the. There's a series of video adapters this thing's going to have to go through.
So would you like to let people know what the people who didn't catch last show that might catch this one?
The bar is low with Mike and Mo. Classic episode rewind. Meh.
Dude, I found my old 2600 with a bunch of games.
You have the system?
I have the system. I don't have the controllers. I can't find them anywhere. It's driving me nuts.
Okay, so first, eBay. You can go on there. You can totally get it. And then here's what I think. Because now you have a Twitch account, right?
Yeah.
You should be the Atari streamer. Because it's like, yeah, here's an old guy with an old system. Let's stream. So there you have it. Atari streaming.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited to play a little Atari.
I love these throwbacks to previous episodes as well. I'm just going to put that out there. That's kind of fun. So we may have to do more of those throwbacks. Not today, though, because that would just seem forced. So
two things I want to ask of our listeners. Number one, if you like the throwbacks, go back and listen to the old shows. There's some great content back there. Oh. We have some really fun shows.
100%, 1,000%.
And then number two, it'd be great if they give us a call, 631-7-MIKE-MO.
631-7-MIKE-MO.
That's Mike with Y. Right. So, hey, speaking of that, do we really have any calls? Do we have any people that called in since last show?
Yeah, we have one.
Hey, all right, Liz. Let's see what she has to
Yeah,
say.
Liz can't be all that mad if she's leaving phone calls for me. So here we
Right.
go. Yeah, let's see what happens. Here we go.
Hey, yo, Mike and Mo. It's your old pal, Chicago Vin.
Hey, Vinny.
How's it going, fellas? How's quarantine treating ya? I've been stuck in my house for about a month now because, I was confirmed with COVID.
Oh no.
It's been a fun ride.
Wow.
So within the time that I've been using, I got to watch a movie called The Lighthouse, and that movie is crazy. So my question is to you guys, what's the most craziest movie you've seen recently? All right, well, hang tough, and, we're going to make it through this, as everyone says. Goodbye.
That's nice to hear from Covin. That's great to hear from him. And
COVID. COVID-19. What?
Let me tell you, man.
COVID. Wow.
Covin, I'm glad you're okay, buddy. I'm glad you're doing well. Sounds like you're feeling good, and I'm glad you survived all that and all that madness. But God bless all that fun stuff. Glad you're okay. So, as far as good stuff to watch on TV, I have to be very, very blunt. I've had such a hard time trying to find something good to watch on TV.
That wasn't his question.
Anything.
His question was, what is the weirdest thing you've watched recently?
Yeah. So I can't find anything that I really want to watch.
It doesn't have to be something you wanted to watch if you just happen to
Well, you're not going to hit play. If you don't want to watch it, you're not going to hit that little play button. So I've found absolutely nothing weird and crazy since, of course, like Tiger King, that's really stupid, that's really bad, that's really weird. I haven't even tried new stuff. I'm trying to find anything to watch.
So you haven't watched The Room yet?
Anything.
You haven't watched The Room? I told you to watch The Room. You haven't watched The Room?
Yes, I watched 10 minutes of it. I'm like, I can't watch any more of it. I did watch it.
Oh, the best parts happen at 20 minutes, 30 minutes in.
I was like, yeah, no. I'm
oh
not
my
doing
God,
it.
it's such a bad movie.
It's so painful.
As far as recent things that I've watched that would be weird, I mean, so Lori had to watch Requiem for a Dream for a class assignment, actually.
Okay,
and
all right.
Not necessarily. I don't think that's as weird of a movie as some people make it out to be. But for some people say that it's really kind of trippy to them. I think it's a great. It's a fantastically told story. The filmmaking is fantastic in it. The editing is great. The cinematography is great. Yeah, it's about people doing drugs. Maybe people just don't like the drug, but it's not like it's no Train Spotting. It's no, it's not like Clockwork Orange weird.
Okay.
Which I would totally. I need to go back and watch some Clockwork Orange. It's been a long time since I've seen that, but yeah, I guess that's the weirdest one. I mean, it's not like the most obscure or sexiest answer, but I mean Requiem. Because here's the thing: when I'm home, I just watch the Austin Powers trilogy. That's what I want to do. So
I get you.
And
I'm
it's not
watching The
really
Office
horror
through again.
movie time yet. I'm not really big into a horror movie season yet. I'm not. Talk to me in a couple months and I'll be like, yo, let's go watch The Human Centipede. And now that's weird. If you want something weird, you go and watch that. Martyrs.
I'm tucked back
something
in.
like that.
I'm tucked back in. All right, I got you. I didn't mean to cut you off. Thought you were
It's okay.
done.
I can edit out your rude interruptions and make it sound like we're actually have a lot of synergy here and not stepping on each other. 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 Go.
All right. You're gonna do it again. I know you were.
No, I'm not. This is your time to talk now. I had my time to talk.
So I was
And now
trying
it's
to
your
keep the
time to
flow.
talk.
I was trying to keep the flow of the show going. That's all I was trying to do. I've been sucked back into watching The Office again, Park and Rec, comfort shows. Shows that I feel good about knowing, and because there's not a whole lot of new content that makes me go, "Ooh, I want to watch that."
Right.
It's just not there.
Right.
And I feel bad about it. I want to watch something new, but nothing there.
Well,
Nothing's jumping at me to try it.
You're tuning into NBC on Thursday, right?
No.
My goodness. You don't know anything that's happening in the world, do you?
What's on NBC on Thursday?
Park and Rec. New episode.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
They shot it all in isolation from their iPhones from Pawnee.
That's kind of cool.
So it's kind
I
of
like that, but I don't get regular TV. You know, I don't have cable.
right.
You know?
So what's your thought on this? Because is it kitschy? Like, people don't want to necessarily be reminded of all the negatives happening in the world right now, but you have Park and Rec doing a mobile phone shot episode. You have Saturday Night Live from home every single week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like
Jimmy Fallon, all those guys?
Yeah. Do you like the from home, or do you think that it's almost too much, and you'd rather kind of not watch them from home?
I'm glad they're making an effort, right? Because what else are you going to do? So there's a lack of content, and they want to keep themselves relevant, and they want to keep themselves going. So as far as like the Jimmy Fallons and the SNLs, I get it. I don't love it, but I get it. It's something new to watch. It's something that if you're a fan, you really want to see it. When it comes to Park and Rec, I don't think it's kitsch at all. I think it's nostalgia, man. We all thrive on nostalgia, and it's recent nostalgia. It's really strange that Park and Rec is not like from the 80s. And it makes people smile. Like, look at what John Krasinski, we've talked about, he's doing with Some Good News.
That's really cool.
He doesn't have to do that from home. He's doing a great job with it. And we just like seeing him. He's one of those people that makes you feel happy. He's like a buddy because you've been around him for so many years. He's like a brother. So you want to support what he's doing, and he's doing a great thing. I think that's the same thing with Park and Rec. I can't get enough Ron Swanson ever in my life. So if he's going to give us just a little more Ron Swanson, thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick Offerman, for giving us that little taste of Ron Swanson when we're all going through a bunch of garbage.
Okay, now that actually kind of brings me to the point of why I even asked it in the first place, because Ron Swanson, if he was in isolation under quarantine, he's not turning on any sort of video device inside his house. That's kind of disingenuous for Ron Swanson's character.
I don't know as it is. I really don't know as that's true.
Do tell.
Because it's not like it's a government intervention thing, right? It's just because he's not allowed to go see people.
No, he bashed an iPhone with a hammer. He bashed an iPhone with a hammer because this thing was constantly checking on you.
But I think he would be hounded enough by Leslie Knope to, okay, fine, I'll do this. I'll do this one time.
So you don't even have NBC on demand. You just have no Peacock whatsoever.
I have no way to log into it unless I decide to go pay for something to go into it. And I'm like, no, I don't watch it enough for me to do that. So I don't even have I can't get in. They won't let me in.
There was one thing on it last week I think you'd appreciate, and a friend of mine actually did it. How they do like the cartoons on SNL?
Yeah.
So he actually had his cartoon. They sent him the script, and he made the cartoon for SNL.
Oh, that's cool.
It was middle-aged mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's fantastic.
Heroes in a half shell wearing Under Armour.
That's brilliant.
Brilliant. It's on YouTube. You can definitely catch up to it on YouTube.
I'll go look at that. That's great. Suggestion.
There was another great skit. Is that my suggestion for the week? I guess that's my suggestion for the week.
Sounds it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, go watch that, everyone. Shout out John Cranston. Shout out Visual Creatures out there in Los Angeles. Doing the Lord's work during this quarantine.
Love it, man.
He was on a group chat, a little Zoom hangout happy hour thing last night.
Okay.
I get the impression that you aren't so keen on the Zoom hangout happy hour thing.
I'm not as social as you might think. I'm pretty much a hermit aside from my work, and no one invites me to those type of things. So I have not done one, or I would.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe I'll invite you one day.
I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
In the meantime, sir, and you would appreciate this, we do themes every week on this little happy hour thing because it kind of keeps it fun and interesting, right?
Okay.
And you would appreciate the theme because, and it was perfect timing because yesterday you sent me a text message about how you've had correspondence with a certain mayor in Tennessee, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to explain that, or
we're gonna take the long way back to my story, but I think it makes sense for you to. No, you explain your part because then it kind of brings mine full circle.
So I saw an interview on I forget where I saw it. It might have been on YouTube, but it was Stone Cold Steve Austin interviewing a guy named Glenn Jacobs.
Okay.
Glenn Jacobs is better known as Kane for those in the wrestling world. I love Kane. Kane is great. Buddy's mine and Ivy, so it's great. Kane is just a great talent. The guy busted his tail for the company for years. And I saw that he recently ran for mayor down in Tennessee. And I said, this is really cool. And I saw the interview. And the interview was fantastic. And he's really a like-minded person, I'll go ahead and say. I don't wear a big red mask and tights, but were very like-minded in his community service and taking this very seriously as being mayor is a second career now that he's done with wrestling. And I was just really moved by it. So I wrote a handwritten note on a card from my rep stationery and sent him a congratulations. So good for you. Thanks for doing what you're doing, and thanks for being a contributing part of society. And really, it takes a lot. Unless you've done it, you don't know what it takes to do that kind of thing. And within a week, he sent me a card back, just a thank you note that said, I appreciate the card. If you're ever down here, give me a call. Enclosed his business card with it. And he hand wrote in his cell phone number. I thought that was really cool.
There you go.
Just, it's a genuine touch. I always think I try to do it more often than I do, but I think the handwritten cards and notes are super important to people. It shows you've taken the time to actually sit down and write it out. I think it's a lost art. Even though I have atrocious handwriting, I think it's important to do for people. I think it's important to send people a handwritten note when you can. And I was really impressed that within a week, I got a handwritten note in response. So very cool. And like I said, just somebody I admired in his roles, kind of cool.
So I just want to, before we get back to my story, I'm going to play a little bit of a game for you, okay?
Sure.
Would you, for president, Kane or Jerry Lawler?
Kane.
Okay.
He'll get in a lot less trouble.
Jerry Lawler will save the king of Memphis, I suppose, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So Kane is in the lead. Now, these are all wrestlers who have been in politics, right? Kane versus Rick Steiner.
Oh, man, the Steiners are tough, but I'm going to go with Kane. Very even-keeled guy.
What if it was Scott Steiner?
Scott Steiner would be worse than Rick Steiner. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I would go with Rick over Scott anyway.
Okay. Kane versus Linda McMahon.
Ooh, that's not fair to do.
Why not?
Get grown. We love Linda here. She's Connecticut grown. She's been a big part of things here. She's been absolutely wonderful. I don't know if I can answer that question.
So Linda is your candidate. Is your candidate?
No, I don't know if I can answer that question.
If it makes you feel any better,
yeah,
neither of them are going to listen to this show.
It's true.
Well,
true.
Kane might. I don't know. This is what you got to do. You have his address now. Send him our stickers and our hat. Send him our hat. Send him a hat.
We haven't talked about the hat. Let's talk about that too.
Okay, we are totally off topic from my Zoom Hangout thing. We're totally going to get back to it. All right, so Kane or Linda McMahon? I'm
going Kane with Linda McMahon as vice president. I like that team.
Okay. Kane or Jesse the Body Ventura?
Kane.
You knew it was going to go there anyway.
Yeah, I knew you were going to bring him up. I think Jesse did some really crazy stuff, but I'm more even-keeled. Glenn's a little more conservative. I'm a little more laid back, and I'm going to go with Glenn Jacobs, yeah.
Okay, there you go. This is somewhat of a throwback, but at least you'll know the reference.
Okay.
Most people my age probably wouldn't, but Kane versus Bob Backlund.
There is zero question. I want Kane on that.
Really?
Oh, yeah, all day.
Did you know that Bob Backlund made a presidential bid against George Bush and Al Gore?
Just ridiculous.
And do you know that he also tried to win a seat in Congress?
Yeah, he kept pushing, but the guy is a little off his rocker. I've never been a big fan. Outside, that's the thing about Kane, about Glenn Jacobs. He's played a character, but done a really good job being himself off air. You know what I mean? You can follow him personally, and he's a pretty put together guy as far as mentally sound and prepared. Not like his character.
Okay, so this one can totally get you in trouble. Since Bob Backlund was running for Congress as well for the state of Connecticut, Bob Backlund or Johanna Hayes?
Bob Backlund all day.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, right?
Kane or a guy who actually did wrestle for money? Kane versus Abraham Lincoln.
I'm sorry, Glenn Jacobs, but if we can bring Abe Lincoln back, yes, I want him back in office. If there's any way to bring that man back alive and put him in office, I'm in. Big fan of Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln was a very successful wrestler. Now, here's the question. Would Abe Lincoln be so successful with the beard? Because back then, you definitely were allowed to grab onto it.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, Abe Lincoln was not a professional wrestler, is how we know it today. He was an amateur wrestler and very good, from what I understand, too. So I don't think he'd stand a chance in a ring with Kane.
The lineage of the belt that he held actually turned into the NWA and it was briefly unified with the WCW, just so you know. So, yeah, Abe Lincoln and Ric Flair, tag team of the century. Kane or Arnold? I know he's not a wrestler, but you know.
You want Arnold? Is that what you're saying? You want Arnold to get in the ring?
Vote for you! Get out and vote!
Get to the chopper!
Get to the polling place!
Get to the polls! No, it's not going to happen.
So Kane.
Oh, I'll take Kane over Schwarzenegger,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the whole reason that I even brought it back to the wrestling thing. So yesterday's theme on our Zoom hangout was wrestling. And there were some amazing, like, people actually wore costumes and everything. Now, they did not say WWE wrestling or anything like that. And most of them were actually WWF or WCW just because of our age, you know. But I'm going to show you what my character was. So get ready to take a screenshot. While I'm changing my outfit, why don't you just tell everyone a little bit about the Candlewood Valley Country Club?
Candlewood Valley Country Club, the #1 place for you to play some golf, meet your friends, have something to eat, and keep yourself completely socially distant. April 30th, they open up. April 30th, Candlewood Valley Country Club. Reserve your time at candlewoodvalleygolf.com. Wow. Mil Mascaras?
I am. Yo soy el fu.
That's awful, dude. Please put your shirt on.
Huh?
I don't want to see all that.
Well, it's part of the costume.
So hold on. So tell me this. So last night you spent the entire night online, shirtless with a mask, drinking with a bunch of friends.
Correct.
Okay. Is your wife aware of this ongoing chat?
She is. She was invited. So the story behind this, I was at a thrift store in Arizona, and they had it.
Okay.
The end. I bought it. The end. That's the story.
Oh, that's a great story.
It's an awful story. This is a good show. I had fun today.
It has been a fun show.
I had fun today.
Now I can't get this thing off my computer. Now all I can look at is you. What the heck is going on?
Looks good to me. Take a picture.
No,
It'll be higher resolution.
It's the screenshot I'm looking at. I can't. It's so awful.
Good.
I can't get it to go away.
Oh, well, it's...
there you go. Okay, there you are.
That shortcut was actually to make it your new desktop background. So
yeah, that was about right. I couldn't make it disappear.
there you go. So good show. We'll be back next week from isolation. We'll be isolated for at least another month here.
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So what are we going to see about?
Look, I think there's a lot. This whole thing is so stinking fluid still that I think things might change. I mean, I can't see us, moving that date again too. And I don't know. I really don't know. I don't like predicting the future, and these people keep throwing numbers out doing exactly that. They can't do it.
Shut up. So let me just give you one more thing. My original recommendation, and you're going to love this one.
Yeah.
I've been watching baseball.
You've been watching that Japanese baseball?
I've been waking up at 5 a.m. and watching Taiwanese baseball.
Good for you.
It is entertaining.
Yeah.
I've been watching, it's the Fubon Guardians.
Okay.
Right.
All
so
right.
they're in the Chinese Professional Baseball League. They're a Taiwanese team. They have been streaming their games. I'm getting a hoodie because their logo is great. It's like a knight in shining armor, and it's all blue. Fubon Guardians. And I've been watching them.
Oh, that's why you like them.
What?
Because they start with Fu.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. The Mike Fu Guardians, if you will.
There you go.
Yeah, but I've been
By the
watching
way,
them. Look,
you
it's
can
live baseball. I know it's not Major League Baseball, but
No,
it's
I
better
think
than
this is great,
no
though.
baseball. And
Yeah, I hear
they
you.
still have cheerleaders there. And
Oh,
the
that's
cheerleaders are leading on crowds of 0. But they're
Wow.
still and their moves are funny. It's not cheerleading like we know it. Like it's like dancing like this
Yeah.
and marching in place. And the mascots, oh my God, the mascots. They're awesome. So that's my recommendation.
Maybe I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll give it a whirl.
Wake up early. I know you're not a morning person.
No, the problem is lately I haven't been getting to sleep at all. So I might be up at 5 o'clock anyway because I can't get to sleep. I'm literally waking up about every half hour. So
okay. Well, if you
I've
are
been up at 5, yeah.
Go check out the Fubon Guardians. It's actually not bad. Most of their baseball players are Dominican, Japanese. There are Americans. Like, they're actual baseball players that want to play professionally and not in the minor leagues. So that's just another option.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
The Dominican versus Dominican pitching matchup was enthralling. Oh my God, you haven't lived until you have seen an Asian broadcast of a walk-off home run.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Off the hook, I'm sure.
Check it out.
All right, I will. I certainly will. By the way, I've been showing my love for baseball during this whole show. You realize I'm wearing my Fort Wayne Tin Caps shirt. My minor league baseball love right there. Fort Wayne Tin Caps. And by the way, before you're done, one more big shout out. A big shout out, congratulations to your wife, who is killing it in her industry. Lori Lang, shout out Lori Lang.
Yeah, top 20 nurses in the Hudson Valley in New York. And it's a big valley. Yeah, and well, she's number one as far as I'm concerned.
Attaboy.
Absolutely. Attaboy. I think actually next week or this weekend was supposed to be the ceremony, the awards show, whatever.
Oh yeah.
But not happening now. So I was actually thinking maybe I'll just go and make an award and give it to her. That might be fun.
No, dress up one of your Emmys and give it to her. It's more important.
I wonder if Nurse Barbie would fit around an Emmy. I'm going to try that. Good idea. Good idea. Good idea. All right, Mo, this is fun. I'll see you.
Hey, let's play a game sometime. No. I don't want to see all that.
Screenshot.
No, I don't want any of that hanging out on my screen ever. No. I'm moving the camera over so you're still there, but I don't have to look at you.
Were you recording this?
I didn't record to the end. I told you about halfway I stopped.
Good. All right. I'm glad that doesn't exist.
As far as you know.
Bye.
Yay!